dope. I'm smoking a whole lot of that ain't no but bad shit. I'm not into fashion. I did hit a bad bitch. I'm surprised to bag it. I know you see this 50 on me. I'm surprised she grabbed it. Riding, I'ma get right up with her, she ride it. Send a couple shots in me, tried it. She get to hit me up, I ain't wanting to hang. Ain't nothing to get into it. She get to eat me up. She like, okay, it's gon' come when it comes. She just want mine. Yeah, she just want mine. She just want mine. I just took her to Dubai. I get that chicken, I flew by. Flew right by, flew by, yeah. The beam on the drink, won't shoot by, right by, yeah. Flex, she just wanna sex me. The drugs gon' get the best of me. He gon' have to keep hiding from us. Kept the little boy, then he dead me. Woke up throwing up, I should get that money. Bro gon' turn his gun on. I pull up, they like, wait, woke up throwing up. That's the bank is funny. She hit me, told me fuck. Pull up on her, it's ugly. He don't want no smoke. Whoa, he don't want no smoke. Whoa, woke up throwing up. Whoa, he don't want no smoke. Whoa, he don't want no smoke. Send a couple shots in me, tried it. She get to hit me up, I ain't wanting to hang. Ain't nothing to get into it. She get to eat me up. She like, okay, it's gon' come when it comes. She just want mine. Yeah, she just want mine. She just want mine. I just took her to Dubai. I get that chicken, I flew by. Flew right by, flew by, yeah. The beam on the drink, won't shoot by, right by, yeah. Flex. She just wanna sex me. The drugs gon' get the best of me. He gon' have to keep hiding from us. Kept the little boy, then he dead me. Woke up throwing up, I should get that money. Bro gon' turn his gun on. I pull up, they like, wait, woke up throwing up. That's the bank is funny. She hit me, told me fuck. Pull up on her, it's ugly. He don't want no smoke. Whoa, he don't want no smoke. Whoa, woke up throwing up. Whoa, he don't want no smoke. Whoa, he don't want no smoke.
Hey, go, hey, is that shit? Hey, what it is? Nigga, what it is? Hey, hop out, hey, go get that album, nigga. Why I said it, try to talk about Jay. We hit at that floor, we see him drop, we don't need no case. My top be fully, I be like, damn, how the fuck it came to this? Press the gas so hard, it damn near broke, how the fuck I race? Oh, we on no Rex, and we on his ass, his whole block under attack. In the top floor building, the clouds was past, I don't even know how to act. And we dumping like, nigga, get back. And she fucking, she know where I'm at. And that nigga don't know how to shoot. That pussy just know how to rap. Come here, go get that album, nigga. Buy it, fuck the stream. I'm talking pals, nigga. Chop a mini and I mean it. I flame up style, nigga. Then I leave the bitch right there leaking. My my little bro smoke on dope, you would think he said fuck to breathe. Cool Joe, that's my bro, say his name so I know they see. Matt Black, Cullen and Rose, the one with the new red seats in them. How about we getting them gone, we crashing out like every season. D do high speeds, he think it's fun when he try leaving. Go get that album, nigga, why steady try to talk about Jace? We hit at that flow, we see him drop, we don't need no case. My top be fully, I be like, damn, how the fuck it came to this? Press the gas so hard, it damn near broke, how the fuck I race? Oh, we on them wrecks and we on his ass, his whole block under attack. In the top floor building, the clouds can pass, I don't even know how to act.
still getting money. I've been out the way, you know. They still free cause they just free kids though, you know. And I'm still on that, you know. I still be getting to it. I'm still with my kids. I'm still. Your best friend died, tell me how you cope. You cry, try to get high. He'll put down Jace like it don't got bros. Just ready to slide and ride. I woke up sick as fuck. I don't even think I fuck with life. I woke up rich as fuck. You try to rob, you can roll that dice. I was in them cussing from my kid. I ain't even wanna show her that. He spinning again, he egging again, he wigging again. She like, there go dad. He pissed off again. I wonder who got his ass off like this. Glock wanna switch and that bitch start to glitch when I shoot it. I don't even know how I got the shit off like this. Bitch, I'm finna talk my shit. Or you wanna make you a diss? Or you wanna talk about the kids? I try to influence the kid, but you hear me as in. I'm sorry, I do them again. And niggas act like they ready to spin. Whole time ain't talking about shit. I done woke up, I'm hiding a bitch. Niggas hating, ain't that about a bitch. I know Cruiser don't care about a bid. You know Top Kid don't care about no bitch. Slide through, bro, bucket his lid. I know niggas that's been with the shits. In my BMs, you know that they love me to death. I don't treat them like just any bitch. Hey. And you know I love you, and I love you, baby, and I love the fans, and I love everybody. Your best friend died, tell me how you cope. You cry, try to get high. He'll put down Jace like it don't got bros. Just ready to slide and ride. I woke up sick as fuck. I don't even think I fuck with life. I woke up rich as fuck. You try to rob, you can roll that dice. I was in them cussing from my kid. I ain't even wanna show her that. He spinning again, he egging again, he wigging again. She like, there go dad. He pissed off again. I wonder who got his ass off like this. Glock wanna switch and that bitch start to glitch when I shoot it. I don't even know how I got the shit off like this.
Yo, yo, yo. This a late night one. I really won't finna go live, bro. I don't know why this really feel like a bad time, bro. Damn. I was thinking about reacting to this video earlier, and then I just forgot about it and shit and put it to the side. But what's good with y'all, though, bro? I know a lot of y'all probably got to get up for work in the morning and shit like that. Some of y'all might be familiar with Billy Carson and some of the subjects that he brings up regarding like early human civilization and how we came into existence and things of that nature. So I thought this would be a cool topic to go over, something a little different from the usual. So yeah, anybody coming in, man, make sure I hit the like button, man. Hey, it's a one in the chat, but we still gonna rock out. You feel me? We still gonna rock out. Hey, the numbers will come. Shit, I ain't tripping.
We are God and God is us, and that we are God walking in the flesh, each and every one of us, and there is no separation. We're all the same entity, just in different variations or different forms.
Yeah.
Billy Carson is a multifaceted American entrepreneur, author, researcher, and television host, known for his work in the fields of ancient history, space anomalies, and esoteric knowledge. Carson has built a significant following by exploring and disseminating information on topics that bridge the gap between science, spirituality, and ancient wisdom.
Also, another mistranslation is the God. God is not supposed to be singular in the Bible. It's plural in all cases, gods with an S.
One of Carson's notable contributions is his extensive research on ancient civilizations and their advanced technologies. He delves into...
Are you tired of your YouTube channel not getting the attention it deserves? Building a YouTube channel can be a very lucrative and successful way to make new fans or sell your product or service.
To the mysteries of ancient Egypt, Sumeria, and other early cultures, proposing that these societies possessed sophisticated knowledge and capabilities that rival or even surpass modern technology. His work often explores the connections between these ancient technologies and contemporary scientific discoveries, suggesting that humanity's history may be far more complex and interconnected than traditionally believed.
For people in the third dimension, we're in the third dimension, what we tend to not understand, time doesn't exist. And like you said, we've been given this functional arrow of time, which puts us in one specific direction.
In addition to his work on ancient civilizations, Carson is an avid proponent
Did
of...
any of y'all catch that right then? Like, time. I've always kind of felt like this too, especially getting older and everything. Like, there's definitely a difference when you were a child versus growing up and shit. Now I just view the day and night cycle. It's only a human thing. Like, we only view it that way, okay, as routine. Like, you wake up one day, you wake up, you go to sleep, day and night. You hear me? It's just like yin and yang. They go hand in hand. But it's like outside of that, bro. Like, I feel like it's more to it. Like, our perception of time is we can only begin to grasp but so much. I feel like we just live inside of this echo chamber. I don't know why I use that analogy for it. But it's like that, though. Like, we are stuck in counting the days and the years, 365 days, all of that shit. It's to the point with that we have our own months and shit like that. And then he just spoke on the third, being a third dimensional being. Meaning, what's the fourth? Like, the fourth would be somebody who surpasses time and space. Somebody that's above that and shit. And time does not dwindle that type of entity and shit. So let's keep going, bro.
Space exploration and the study of extraterrestrial life, he examines various space anomalies, drawing attention to unexplained phenomena captured in NASA images and other astronomical data. Carson's interest in the cosmos extends to his advocacy for scientific inquiry into the existence of extraterrestrial intelligence and its potential impact on human history and development. Carson is also a prolific author, having written several books that explore these themes in depth. His works often blend scientific research with metaphysical insights, aiming to inspire readers to expand their understanding of reality and their place within the universe. Titles such as Compendium of the Emerald Tablets and Woke Doesn't Mean Broke reflect his diverse interests and his commitment to empowering others through knowledge.
So that we can organize our thoughts and our days and our years and weeks and what we're going to do and where we're going to meet up with somebody and everything else. So we have this ability to coordinate and collaborate with each other, like how we're here today at this specific time. However, if you understand that time is also an illusion, it's something that you can use as a tool, but if you also understand that it's an illusion, then you can actually master time and you can maximize what you're doing on this planet. The programmers that are writing this AI code, they're not conscious. You know how we know they're not conscious? Because you look at the way that the algorithms work on social media, they're racist, they're biased, right? They have agendas. We know this just by posting stuff on social media, how the AIs work and manage your social media account. And so we have to have conscious programmers, people who are spiritually conscious and focusing on becoming an ascended wisdom keeper. Translation that's off is they say, well, Jesus was crucified.
Whoa.
Well, that doesn't exist in the Sinai Bible.
What happened?
It doesn't.
So I asked ChatGPT to build me a Shopify store, and it said, no, we can't do that. But here is about 1 million.
This in the book of Barnabas. They didn't kill him. In Harvard Library, there is a book of Jesus' wife at the Harvard Seminary School. And they found that about 8 years ago.
Jesus' wife is the Mary Magdalene?
Yeah.
So she was not actually...
They're assuming it's Mary Magdalene. It doesn't specifically say, but it's assumed that it is, which means he probably had kids, and his Merovingian bloodline is still probably walking the land till this very day. People say, why do you always study the past? Why are you into this ancient texts and ancient books and all? Because until you understand what happened back then, you won't be able to build a future. The future is going to be built based on what you know about your true past or true history. If you can't figure out at least as close as possible to what was happening back then, the future is still going to be a gray area. The word for virgin was mistranslated from Aramaic into Greek. So the word originally meant, I think it was laga, which means young woman. By the time it got to Greek, it was translated wrongly into virgin, which then made it into the biggest part of the story of Jesus, which is that his mother was
So she might
virgin.
not have been a virgin.
It's possible, but when I saw what convinced me, that's why I looked deeper. That's how I found out about the grandmother. I said it might be true, but they still use that mistranslated word for that. Maybe they didn't have another word to use, but that's a big mistake, because there's certain parts of the Bible where they use that same word to describe women as being virgins, and they tell men that you have the right to rape them.
So who do you think wrote this?
These are these Anunnaki people. See, they were these Atlantean leaders.
Yes.
It got to the point where they became greedy and they became self-made gods, and they really believed it. They were battling each other
Like
over
the pharaohs
resources.
of Egypt in a way?
Yeah.
Gotcha. You're drunk
battling
off
over
power.
resources and people. Wow. Battling and just literally like fighting over who's controlling who, and how we all got to be different races.
Yeah.
That goes back to...
How did that happen?
Yeah, that goes back to the Tower of Babel incident in the Bible, which comes out of the Sumerian tablets. I believe personally, just based off of my research, I've gone through now over 1,000 scriptures, texts, papyruses, cuneiform tablets from all over the world. They all have a very similar story. And all these ancient civilizations talk about beings, not just beings who came here from other planets, people that look like us and we look like them. In other words, not identical, but very similar. In other words, a bilateral, bipedal hominid of some type that can maneuver around, that has...
I've thought of this before too, bro. We don't come from no damn monkeys, y'all. We don't come from no damn apes. No, bro. No. There has to be a primordial source. There is no way in the hell. Like, I've theorized this before. You know how there are different races. People look different, but we're still humans. A lot of times people just forget that, like, when we use the word racism and stuff, we're the same species, but it's just different ethnical groups, though. Like, that's the difference. You know what I'm saying? We are still all humans because we all walk upright. We exhibit the same traits: 2 eyes, 1 nose, 1 mouth. Most of the time, I don't know about these SVS niggas. But anyway, that's besides. But yeah, I feel like that there was probably... Let me throw a scenario like this out. There is an Asian brother, I'm talking about the first black person, the first Asian person. Like, let's say they was all related, like these was like some brothers or something that was all like different but of the same blood, you feel me? And then they just procreated over the years and thousands of years. Like, that's what this shit sound like, but on a very large scale. Because the way Billy Carson explains it, it seems like these people have already achieved super Earth and shit. They have already achieved like what it means to just, you know what I'm saying, like transpire all of space and time. Like, they might have biological mastery of themselves.
Appendages that can manipulate the environment, because without that, you can't move out into space and other places. And they also talk about multidimensional. You get into like the non-commodity, stuff like that, talking about multidimensional beings. And so in physics, in quantum physics in particular, they started theorizing on these dimensions and were able to even analyze and discover some that they actually do exist. And on top
Hey, how's it going? Just got a new shipment in here from YouTube. As you can see, I'm so excited to open these. And
on top of that, they realized that the dimensions are stacked, so packed so tight on top of one another that if you can phase shift your atomic structure, your subatomic frequency, you can walk right into another dimension. And so they started postulating, what if beings from higher dimensions or some of these apparitions and these paranormal phenomena that we're seeing, are they able to maybe take a glimpse or a peek? Are they phasing through into our universe? And so from higher dimensions. And so they started really theorizing it. It seems to be, and based on my research, that there's people living everywhere. Not just, and I'm not talking about little green men with antenna. I think that there's people living all throughout this universe in the third dimension. And I think there's people living all throughout even higher multiple dimensions, maybe at a certain level, a certain height in those dimensions. Maybe they don't have a real corporeal body.
Right, non-physical.
Non-physical, you know what I'm saying? But I believe that the consciousness is there. So if you draw a line on a piece of paper, that's the first dimension. If you then connect those lines and create a house on a piece of paper, that's the two-dimensional structure, or you can move that into a computer. Anything you see in a computer that looks 3D is actually 2D, right? So, and because we're in the third, we can see down into 2D, we can see all the way down, obviously, into 1D, and we can manipulate those dimensions from our higher selves. Now, now there are beings in fourth, fifth, and sixth dimensions, just people above us. Now, because of that, they see us, and they recognize the past, present, and future operating all at the same time. Everything's happening at once.
Right.
There is no separation between the past, present.
Y'all know how insane that is, bruh. Like that, oh my gosh, it makes so much sense. One-dimensional beings, two-dimensional beings. We are in the third dimension. Like a piece of paper is probably, that's like two-dimensional. A box is two-dimensional. You know what I'm saying? Then like imagine a fourth. Like we're humans and everything. We see what we see around us, which is all types of two-dimensional, one-dimensional beings and types of objects and shit like that. A fourth can see the past, the present, and the future. And exist beyond like aging and shit like that. That is so insane.
Present in the future, the arrow doesn't exist. Because they're higher than us, they can look down into the third and they can see into what we're doing. There are 11 dimensions, at least we believe that in theoretical physics, right? And we believe that now through real science that the brain is connecting to 11 dimensions. I just did a huge lecture on that the other day, where scientists and laboratories have now understood now that the brain, the synapses between the connections.
Hi, we're Visible. We're the wireless company with nothing to hide. Seriously, hidden fees? We don't have them. Annual
in the brain, the neurons are phasing in and out of the third dimension and connecting potentially in the theory to higher dimension. That means that the earth itself, which is conscious, the earth itself is actually conscious. It's also connecting to these higher dimensions. It has a capability of phase shifting consciously to higher levels of thought and awareness of its own self. And so I believe that as the human beings on the surface become more conscious and we get this mass awakening, it's also going to allow the earth to transform to its true dimension or its true self, where it really wants to be this higher level of self that the earth has.
Do you hear this, bruh? And it's logical to me. I don't know how many people can't understand this, bruh. Do you see the earth that we live on, bruh? It harbors life. The earth is so full of life. If you look at the earth from outer space, it emits a glow. It has a celestial glow about it. It has a very light outline, and you can literally see the life in the earth. The whole thing is we can't interact with the earth as if it was another person. So imagine, bro, if the human mind transformed to the point of being able to communicate with botanical life, like the earth itself. Oh my gosh, bro. Like, we getting into some deep stuff right now. We getting into some deep territory with this shit.
As it as well, and that we can phase shift together into this, higher dimensional of consciousness. And this physical third dimension will always be here, but our thought level will be so high, we'll be able to perceive the past, present, and future at the same time. We'll be able to see the end before the beginning. We'll begin to tap into our true innate abilities that we already have, and we'll recognize that we're all truly spiritual beings, and that there is no separation. Fourth dimension is something called a tesseract. And if you go into the ancient text, it's Metatron's cube. We're living in a shadow of a higher dimension. That shadow creates a third dimension. It actually creates a fractal of it, creates this fractal holographic matrix that we're actually maneuvering in the third dimension right now. You can actually connect to other realms, other dimensions through conscious thought. quantum entangling your light waves with other light waves that exist in the universe, not only in the third dimension, but even multiple dimensions. The language of God is mathematics, because mathematics can literally explain everything that we experience and everything also that exists. Even the fact that we're existing in a light matrix can be proven through mathematics. So we're living in a matrix that's basically written on mathematics called Adinkra codes. And these Adinkra codes go all the way back to the Dogons.
So there's this 80-year-old dude I discovered who claims he's able to download information like Neo in the Matrix and develop all of these incredible
tribes out of Mali, Africa. Yeah. They actually originated these codes, and they were given these codes by the Nomo, and they learned them. They drew them out as art forms. But now, and they put them on clothing and blankets and everything else. I was referencing the flower of life, which, if you don't know what that is, anybody out there, it's a sacred geometrical figure. And it really goes back to as above, so below. If you're looking at, for example, just when you start off with an ovum with an egg, that's one sphere. And by the time you add 6 more interconnecting spheres, so it's really a progression of life. And at the base of everyone's spine are a group of cells that are in the form of the flower of life. And almost all organic, especially mammalian species, there's this flower of life cellular formation in the base of the spine. It's different the time you're born and stays until you die. But that's just a representation in a biological life form. Because as above, so below. When you go into the next level, where we're talking about the ether of space-time itself, and this is where he was kind of really getting deep with it. He discovered, when he unwrapped the flower of life, he discovered the energy grid, the grid that binds us all together.
6,000 years, mankind has been trying to decipher this one little thing called the flower of life. Now, do you know the flower of life? Have you guys ever seen this before? Now, you know this is one of the oldest symbols in human history, right? Or do you not know? This symbol was found in the Temple of Osiris in Egypt, and it had been molecularly burned into the wall. And it's 6,000 years old. This same symbol has been found in the forbidden temples in China, sitting under the Fufu dogs. And the foot on it, the flower of life, saying whoever controlled that flower of life controlled the universe. There were secrets in that flower of life that Da Vinci spent his whole life trying to uncover. There were secrets in that flower of life that Newton spent his whole life in secret trying to uncover. The same secrets that Pythagoras.
This shit is basically saying, bro, like, that's what these comics are showing you. We have Apocalypse, the first mutant. This dude exemplified having full control over his biological structure down to the molecular DNA. Like, it literally changed it. He could cure himself of disease. He could cure other people of disease and shit like that. Like, this is all, I feel like, programming. It's like they're trying to tell you without telling you in a very digestible way, so it won't completely overwhelm you. But that's exactly what it sounds like. The flower of life, if we control that, you control the universe. Meaning, you can literally do any damn thing, bro. Our brains are so powerful, bro. Like, we can't begin to understand what we could do. Just the simple fact that we can perceive things and shit lets you know that possibly with an enhanced IQ and shit, you might figure out how to open a rift between time and space and cross over. Like, it gets that crazy.
Was desperately trying to uncover, but the problem was they couldn't get it out of this 2-dimensional frame, and as a result, they got stuck in this plane, a flat plane. Now, what Da Vinci and all of them wanted to do, they were trying to find a way to bring this flower to life, because what is inside of it? Well, apparently, there were secrets inside of it. Shapes, they got the Merkaba and all of those other things out of it. But they were misled by something I think called a straight line. You guys believe in straight lines? You believe there's straight lines in the universe? Well, let me hit you with something. All energy in the universe is expressed in what? It's in motion. If something is still, there's no energy. Kinetic, right? All motion is expressed in what? You look at galaxies, are they expressed in straight lines? Expressed in vortices. All vortices are expressed in what? Waves. All waves are curved. Show me a straight line in nature. You show me where the platonic solids come from. Where do they have their foundations in our universe? Are there any straight lines? If you look at anything, there are no straight lines. That's been the mistake. We've been looking at these straight lines, this Euclidean way of thinking, and missing the curvature of nature.
And when he's talking about the spheres, there are no straight lines. He's not saying, truly, in my opinion at least, from the short amount of stuff that he said.
Did you know you can AFK Bloods and Zaya whilst learning to code in Python? Go to boot.dev. We've known our students to
said that platonic solids don't exist. Platonic solids are part of the holographic matrix. Behind all of that, the only thing that does exist are electromagnetic waves. That's all, and there are no straight lines. So behind the holographic, the fractal quantum holographic universe, behind that, there is nothing but electromagnetic waves, and those waves are propagating and being sent into this realm, into this dimension, carrying energy, frequency, vibration. And when they interact with conscious thought, that's when they collapse things into platonic solids, which then collapse things into what we get as an illusion of solidity, an illusion of locality, an illusion of space and differentiation, an illusion of perception. There's really only one true thing that does exist outside of what we consider to be the third dimension is consciousness. And so consciousness literally has divided itself into trillions and trillions of entities throughout this entire universe. And the method that it emanates from is through something called the vesica piscis. Now, the vesica piscis is actually part of the flower of life. So where you have the intersecting circles in the flower of life, that is every one of those intersections is a womb. So at every single Planck unit in space-time, which is the smallest amount of distance you can measure, and time you can measure in space-time, all around us, all through us, and everywhere that exists, is this flower of life. I mean, everywhere. Now, every single spot where the flower of life is located, there's also the intersections, and those intersections are the vesica piscis. Now, the vesica piscis emanates energy into the third dimension. Out of the vesica piscis is literally a womb, just like when you cut open a lemon, cut open an orange, cut open a grapefruit. Mm-hmm. Obviously, a human being is born through a womb. Life primarily comes through wombs. And this is why even in the biblical text, they reference the matrix. The matrix means the womb. So it's mentioned, I think, 5 or 6 times in the modern day Bible itself, which is copied from more ancient texts. But the name, the Matrix for the movie, didn't come from somebody's brain. They just made it all sound, we'll make it the Matrix. No, the term the Matrix actually comes from the Bible. And what it says is that in order for a man to be born, he must exit the Matrix, and that he must come out of the womb. In order for any life forms to form in this third dimension, it must come through the womb. And this energetic grid that's created by this sacred geometrical figure called Flower of Life literally connects every single one of us. We are all literally sitting on this grid. It's this invisible grid that we're on. One thing people don't understand is that we are all made of actual light. Everything in the third dimension is made of light. Mm-hmm. And so we are light and light is us. Mm-hmm. We know that the illusion of this avatar body and this chair I'm sitting on and the table that you're sitting at, the illusion of it's there, but what is this? This is slowed down light waves. Mm-hmm. When you slow light down and the consciousness interacts with it, it collapses it into what we call solid matter. So solid matter is actually an illusion. Right. For example, the only thing stopping my hand from going through this chair is the repulsion of the electromagnetic frequencies. I don't actually touch the chair. You don't touch anything. Yeah. And so if I can phase shift the atomic frequency of my hand to match the same frequency of the atoms in this chair, I pass my hand right through it because atoms are 99.999% empty space.
Like pouring liquid into liquid.
Exactly. That's why when galaxies merge together, like we're merging with a galaxy right now called Sagittarius, because galaxies are mostly empty space, just like atoms. Everything's a fractal. So we are light beings, and also because of that, we're a fractal. We have consciousness, which is also light. And
what is a fractal?
A fractal is when you take, for example, if you look at a hologram, and you go to one part of the hologram, one tiny piece, and look at it, you'll see the entire image in that smallest piece. The only thing you lose is a little bit of resolution. Okay. And so it's important for people to understand that this entire realm is a fractal of a whole. In other words, as above, so below.
So if you look at an atom, it gives you the whole thing.
It gives you the whole thing, absolutely.
So human beings, would you consider a fractal of the universe?
We're a fractal of the universe, and our consciousness, even though it's one consciousness, it's also a fractal of main master consciousness. And it's really incredible that every thought that you think in your skull, it leaves your skull as a form of a light wave. This is why quantum entanglement works. It's because we're all in that same energetic grid that is created by this flower of life. So, if I take 2 particles or even 2 photons and I utilize a laser.
Amazon is overcharging you, but I can show you how to avoid it. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first.
Watch this. I can show you how to get the sweetest deals online when you shop from major retailers like Amazon.
To do something called parabolic down conversion and get them on the same frequency, I can take one of those particles to the other end of the universe.
All right, man. I'm gonna end this right here. It's already late and shit. Yeah, chat. Y'all catch the replay or something, man. Might make a part 2 to this for later on. But yeah, I'm out of here, man. I'm out of here.